but that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Adaptable, all capital, label radical yet rational. A tactical approach is palpable if this animal is fallible, but that conclusion is laughable. So if we're all detachable from the mandible, you see it now?
Hello, hello. I am the arbiter of the meeting. I am the emperor of Den.Social and the DENDAO. I am, aka William. And we have an agenda today. This is the weekly DENDAO meeting. No, this is not a show or a podcast. This is where we talk about the issues regarding Den.Social. We talk about its current state, its current progress, LCPs, shows, format, etc., and the DENDAO votes. What has passed, what is coming up for vote, and the overall progress of Den.Social. So for anyone who's joining us and watching, I appreciate it. Let me pull up the comments over here and also making sure that we are live. And yes, in fact, we are. I'll quickly put out there, hello, everyone, and welcome. So let me bring up today's agenda for the meeting. And if you're out there, hit me up on the live chat. My apologies, I did not create a link to join the meeting, but I will get it to you if you either post it in the reply section to the meeting on the DENDAO Lair or DENDAO, or reply here in the meeting chat on YouTube. So without any further ado, this is the again the meeting for today, February 27th, 2025. And the DENDAO meeting agenda is we're going to talk about the current open governance votes, or those that have passed or have been resolved, shall we say, either passed, yay or nay. The current LCP cycle, the winners, the inappropriate tagging on Den follow-up, Dragonchain SEC case comments, what is asked of our denizens, ideas on how to grow the Denizen family, and then open forum if there's any other postings or questions. So let's go into the first item of business today, current open governance votes. I have posted in Den, in the Den layer, requesting everyone to vote on a proposal to end the LCP cycle. Not to end it as in for the month of February, but to put it on pause indefinitely due to the inactivity on Den.Social, that we are creating far too many layers without layers having activity. And it's important that the layers, we have over 200, and it's important that they have activity. If a new person is investigating Den and they go to a layer that is old, stagnant, has no new postings, it does not give it a good look or an inviting home. On the flip side, someone might take advantage of it and say, wow, a lot of people are posting in this area. Maybe I'll start posting in this area and drive some content here and drive some new users here. It's very possible. But needless to say, we have a lot of layers that are stagnant, empty, if you will, with old information in them. And it's up to all of us denizens to post in them regularly. I know we have our favorites, and I know that we have ours that we feel comfortable in. It's maybe in our wheelhouse, something that we have knowledge or information in. But if we have inactive layers, why should we create more? And that was what the vote was all about. And by the way, that vote is listed here. It says, per the white paper, a monthly LCP, Lair creation proposal, is meant to conduct based on adoption and engagement metrics. At this time, I propose pausing the monthly LCP until such time these metrics increase and the reinstating the LCP is approved by the DAO vote. That was what was proposed here by Bit by the Coin on February 19th. Today's the 27th. It has now passed. As you can see, founder, owner, and creator exceeded the deny votes. So this has passed. So any new layers will not be created until we have another DAO vote to reinstate this process. Good and bad news, to be honest with you. Obviously, the easy bad answer is we don't have enough denizens to create new layers and fight for new layers. We don't have enough denizens to keep all the layers active and with content. That's the bad news. The good news is we're not going to create more layers that are empty. We're not going to create more layers that sit there stagnant and grow old with no new information. So I understand and recognize both sides of this. I worry that there are those that are going to say, well, yeah, I'm done with Den. There's no new layers. However, there are no new layers, but we're not all as denizens active in these layers either, right? So that's on us. That's on our shoulders. Put it frank and be blunt. There's another point, and I'm going to call this good news. The normal process, we receive Lair ownership rights. In other words, this is how we propose, or it's our vote that we push a layer through to get voted on, to rise to the top and get created because it wins the most lore votes. Well, lore was when Den.Social was created, and I did not know that it was going to happen this quickly. Sometime within 2025, lore would stop being automatically created and mineable, or not created, mineable by denizens activity. So that's what has taken place. So now to obtain lore, you got to go out into the market and purchase it, which could drive up the price of lore in the event that we wanted layers to be created and maybe create a buzz. Well, because there might be speculators that want to speculate on the price of lore going up. So if we're not creating new layers, there is no demand for lore. If we are creating layers, there is possibly no guarantees of a demand for lore. And of course, this is a meeting. This is not financial advice. But now you understand a little bit more about the mechanism and how the process works. So now that we as denizens don't automatically, based on our activities and inputs in Den, don't automatically start earning lore, those days are over. We have to go out to the marketplace and buy it, or use what lore we have carefully and to put forward towards layers. Now, in the Super Happy Dragon Lucky update show this morning, this is where Joe wrote, kind of updates everybody on Den.Social, on Dragonchain, especially Dragonchain's legal battle with the SEC, and updates everyone on Dracaria and any other news of the day having to deal with Dragonchain and its, wide reach of feathers, shall we say, or fingers into all the different platforms out there. Well, the question I proposed to him in the show today was, or his update show was, what if, the Lair process was created instead of every month, maybe every 3 months? So there would be 1 month of proposals, 1 month of voting, and then the third one would be 1 month of creation for 1 or 2 or 3 layers or whatever the case might be. He wasn't opposed to that. We just have to keep in mind that the Lair creation process is not automatic. It requires manual operations manual process to create them within DIN. So it requires dev time, it requires support time, and that right now, there's no money for that. So that is essentially on a volunteer basis. So there's no activity. We have volunteers doing this for free, and there's no activity. What's the point? I think his response was, I want to see change. Change meaning I want to see growth in DIN, so that it's worthwhile for these people to, take time out of their busy schedules while fighting the SEC case or family time or whatever, personal time, to create these layers. And he's right in that respect. We can't just assume that it's automatically created. It's not. DIN, that is the plan that's in the roadmap, into the future, that these layers would automatically be created. But at this point, they are not. Simple fact. During DIN's evolution and enhancements, that process wasn't completed for them to be automatically created. So it's up to all of us denizens to grow DIN, bring users, and then we can restart up the LCP cycles. So there you have it. The DAO vote did pass. This is a system-wide DAO vote. It passed to, at this time, suspend LCP creation and of layers. A little sad, but it is real. Why should we ask of these people to create these things that nobody's using, or a layer that gets voted in and the person who proposed it has long since left Den.Social? This is a meeting. If you got ideas or suggestions, post them in DENDAO Lair and let's talk about them. You want to talk about this in the next meeting? By all means, post your comments, thoughts, suggestions, ideas. I'm open to them. But remember, Den.Social has two issues. One, there is no revenue coming in. Two, there are costs associated with these operations, and there's no revenue coming in. So we want to fix those two things. We need new users. We need to create a buzz here. All right. We'll talk a little bit more later in that because that comes up in the agenda. So this part of the agenda was going to be a big one. It needed a lot of time and focus. I put it at the top of the agenda, and we've been going at this for about 13 minutes now. All right. Item number 2, current LCP cycle, February winners, which is going to be the last layers created for a while, I think, unless something changes dramatically right away. February winner systems theory. We talked about this last week. It won, as did videotapes layers. I have good news. Those 2 layers have now been created and are active on Den.Social. So go in there and talk about systems theory. I have a lot to say about that. And go in there and talk about videotapes layer, about videotapes. So congratulations to those who proposed those layers and got them passed by vote and by lore vote. Inappropriate tagging is item 3 on the agenda. I've noticed it's reared its ugly head again. I noticed that last night. I'm warning you, we have been documenting which postings have been inappropriately tagged. It's a malicious attack on Den.Social, on Denizens. It will not be tolerated. You have been warned. If it's an individual or individuals, you have been warned, and your subject being site banned. And when time permits, you will be named in front of the community. Stop it. Dragonchain SEC comments. This was the feature post on Super Happy Dragon Lucky. Let me blow this up here for everyone to see. This was really cool. If you can see here, family member of Joe wrote is they created seals. This is wax. Back in the day, you know how they would seal a letter with, they would close it up and put hot wax and then put, like, a lot of people had rings and would, you know, seal that ring into the wax so that you knew who it came from and that it was official and that the letter had not been opened once you received it. Well, Dragonchain sent a long list of letters to various people, and it's in this post. I'm going to show it to you. But I thought this was a really cool idea. These, can you imagine, you know, receiving a sealed letter like in times of old? I think that's really neat. It's clever. And if, you know, if I was one of these recipients of the letter, I'd want to keep it and hold on to it. I think that is really neat. So you can see they have the Dragonchain crest logo. They are color coordinated. And it says, hi, last week we sent out physical letters to President Trump, the crypto czar, Doge Elon Musk, and the SEC task force, and all members of the Congressional Blockchain Caucus. My youngest daughter wax sealed all envelopes for added attention and meaningful color. See picture. President Donald Trump, he received a black and gold seal. It was sent to his DC, the White House, his New York Trump Tower, and Florida's Mar-a-Lago. The crypto czar, David Sachs, received one in black and silver. Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, Doge colors. Elon Musk, head of Doge, DC and Texas, because he lives here in Texas. SEC Acting Chairman Mark T. Uyeda received red and purple. So the SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce, Congressional Black Caucus members. Look at all these people. Tom Newman, Bill Foster, Bill Schweikert, Gerald Soto, Jake and Chin Kloss, Donald Byer. I'm not going to read them all. Or it goes on and on and on. All these folks were the lucky recipients of a sealed letter. I think it's great. Brings attention to Dragonchain, and it's really top-notch letter campaign, which brings us to you as my fellow denizens. It's up to us to do the same. There is a letter writing way to write the letter. There's an AI that will help you do that and form it so that it's you're telling it what concerns you about this SEC case, and it will write the letter for you to print and sign and mail off to these various people or small group or one or two individuals, however you see fit. But if you want Den.Social to grow and have the chains of lawfare that has been holding it down released from Dragonchain, then you want those chains broken and Dragonchain to be able to fly again and have layers created again, then do your part. Write your letters to these appropriate people. And if you go to Dragonchain's Lair, or you go to Dragonchain on X, you can see the AI tool that's available for you. All right. Well done. Well done. All right. What is asked of our denizens? Well, there you go. I already told you one. Help Dragonchain win its case. Help Dragonchain's case get dropped. Whatever. We'll take a win either way. That's what we need as denizens. Help Dragonchain through the very end of this race, past the finish line, so its wings aren't clipped anymore by lawfare. So that's what you could do to help, Den.Social as a whole. Number 2, tell your friends and family about Den.Social. Go to the layers that are empty or old data and post something in there, and invite friends, family. Why Den.Social? Why are you on Den.Social? Tell them. share it with them. If you want to earn crypto, do it. All right. Ideas to grow our Denizen family. Well, I just gave you two. Help Dragonchain win and tell your friends and family. There is, from last week, there was a comment about providing Matter as a referral reward. And I'm all for that. Help me write that up. Go to the marketing strategy, and I'm putting this back to you. I will put up a good portion of my Matter to reward people who bring new denizens over. A referral campaign, if you will, out of my own pocket. I want to see this platform grow, but that's up to you. So if you got an idea on how we should do this referral program, I'll put up the Matter. You put up the details, and let's work together on building this and making this happen. All right, that's number 6. A lot of other ideas too. By the way, I'm reaching out to a lot of folks in India to try to bring them over to the Indian layer. India's got a lot of people in it, and a lot of people might looking for ways to earn additional income. Well, there you go. Maybe we can grow this Indian layer, and Den.Social as a whole. So open forum, items to be discussed, community replies. That's number 7. And on the chat, welcome Crypto Nana. And let me get you over here. Comments. Crypto Nana just recently had a birthday. Happy birthday, Crypto Nana. And we got another chat. Buy gold and silver. This is financial advice. Oh, Zach from the Legacy Right. Thank you very much, Zach. That's on you, buddy. I can't provide financial advice. Okay, open forums. Let me refresh, see if there's anybody else that has posted anything down here below our Dragonchain meeting. And we have one. Hail Emperor William, as requested, the expanding incentives for platform. Nice. I'm not sure where this link goes to. Let me copy a link here and see what it says. Okay. Hold on here. Hmm. 12 ways to optimize referral program incentives. All right, I'm going to take a look at this after the meeting. I don't want to bring that up on screen. Not sure what it is behind there. So, hail Emperor William. Thank you very much. Time Order, appreciate you. You've been with Dragonchain for a long time, and I know you're a hoarder of time. Well done, sir. Well done. So let's grow this thing. We can do this. Den.Social, I'm going to tell you folks, don't lose sight of this. There's so much potential here. I'm going to try to leave you here with these thoughts before we sign out. Other social media sites, you are the product. You are their item. And they're just throwing you ads and sponsorships and these kinds of things. They're just throwing ads in front of you. And you are their cattle. You are their slave. You are their product. Den.Social is not that way. You, as a denizen, once you have even just one Matter token, you have a vote. You can't vote on X, or you can't vote on YouTube, and you can't vote on Meta, Facebook, whatever. You can't vote on Mastodon. You can't vote on these websites and direct you can't vote on their platforms and steer the course of those social media platforms. You can right here on Den.Social. We just had a vote about the LCPs. You have a say, you have a vote. Den.Social gives you that. when you start talking to people about saying, aren't you tired about being a product? Aren't you tired of being taken advantage of? Aren't you tired of being herded like cattle to think a certain way? Den.Social isn't that way. Den.Social is wisdom of the crowd. It's incentivizing behavior by giving you rewards like matter to vote up good quality content and vote down poor quality content. You have those things, that power, that opportunity that here on Den.Social. And my goodness, people, there's only 1.8 million matter tokens out there. And over 70, almost 80% of them are right here on the platform. So there's very little out there in the free market. So there's potential. They're giving you financial advice, do your own research. I'm not talking about prices. I'm just giving you the whole hardcore, hard facts. That's what is out there, and that's the potential we have. All right. So do your friends and family a favor. Tell them to start taking a look at Den.Social. Stop being product. Stop being herded like cattle into a certain way of thinking or messaging or following a certain narrative. Come over here to Den.Social and find out what people are doing in Venezuela, and take a look at pictures of Serbia. Take a look at pictures of people in India. Take a look at people from all over the world. We have a Pakistan lair. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if we get some people from Pakistan joining us over there? I would like to learn a lot more about Pakistan, and we have that here. So Den.Social's got a lot of opportunity, folks, a lot of opportunity. Only 1.8 million tokens, and it's growing by 1,000. That's it, 1,000 tokens a day. So everyone on Den.Social is fighting to earn a chunk of that 1,000 tokens by voting up content, evaluating content, or posting content and getting other people to vote for their content, or replying to content, or having people reply to your content. That's how you earn matter on this platform. And there's only 1,000 of them printed or minted every day. So we're all fighting for a piece of that 1,000. So there you have it. So share it. Share Den.Social with everybody. And that's going to conclude today's meeting. Appreciate all of you watching, listening, or who are going to watch this later. Get involved, people. Start voting. Start inputting your comments in the DENDAO meeting. I don't want this to be my only conversation and talk. And I've said it before, I've turned companies around when they had very little revenue and their cost burdens were too high. And I can do this with Den.Social. We can do this with Den.Social. I can't do it alone, but together we can. All right, let's make it happen. Go out there, invite some new people. Tell them to go to Introduce Yourself Lair, and we'll pile in a lot of energy towards their posting, and that will translate into matter for them. All right. All right. Thank you very much. That concludes today's show. And let's go out with, let's see, Roles of a Denizen. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good week.
Roles of a Denizen. A content creator is a user that creates posts and is rewarded based on the quality of their content. A content evaluator is a user that helps assess the quality of content and enforces community standards. The evaluator is effectively taking part in a marketplace to curate content and is rewarded for early evaluation. A content consumer is a user that wishes to find and consume the most valuable content in a given subject area or within a community. A lair owner is a person holding tokenized ownership of all or part of a community lair. Owners are rewarded with a portion of all mining activity happening within their lair. Owners are incentivized to build the best community of content creators and evaluators.
Time Hoarder did it 29 minutes ago. Expanding incentives for platform referrals. The problem, the general referral process, the MTR incentivized, boosted post engagements, perpetual incentives. What else? Considerations, next steps. Well done, Time Hoarder. Go to Marketing Strategies by Denizens. This is a layer, Marketing Strategies by Denizens, and see Time Hoarder's posting here for incentives. And well done, sir. Right here online, I'm going to show, throwing that 10,000 energy towards you on this one. Well done, well done. And no, it's not the wrong layer. No, it's not non-original, it's original. All right, so everybody go there, show them some love, read this, and do your part. And let's put something together for referrals. And let's put something together for rewarding referrals to Den.Social. Again, congrats and thank you very much, Time Hoarder. Thanks, everybody. Catch you later.